Today on Israel Hayom Insider, looking back on the life of Shimon Peres, the last of Israel's founding fathers. As a constant presence near the center of power, no one has had a more long-lasting influence on the country's history and politics than Shimon Peres. In a career spanning more than 70 years, Peres held every major office: president, prime minister twice, defense minister 3 times, foreign minister 3 times, and finance minister, as well as 48 years in the Knesset and a host of other ministerships. Born Shimon Peres in 1923, in then Poland, Peres immigrated to Palestine in 1934, attended the Ben Shemen Agricultural School, and was among the founders of Kibbutz Alumot. In 1945, Peres married Sonia Gelman, with whom he had 3 children. Identified early by David Ben-Gurion for his leadership qualities, Peres was quickly given heavy responsibilities in the Omay party, the Haganah pre-state militia, and the newly independent State of Israel's Defense Ministry. At age 29, Peres became Director General of the Defense Ministry. Under his leadership, Israel forged a strategic alliance with France, leading to the procurement of fighter jets and the establishment of the nuclear reactor in Dimona. Other highlights of his career included playing a key role in the rescue of hostages at Entebbe, reducing Israel's presence in Lebanon after the First Lebanon War, and helping to get triple-digit inflation under control in the mid-1980s. But Peres, originally a security hawk, has since the mid-1970s been famously known as a strong advocate for peace, a position that led him, as foreign minister, to champion the Oslo Accords, as well as the peace treaty with Jordan. In 1994, Peres, Rabin, and Arafat won Nobel Peace Prizes for their efforts to end the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. An inveterate optimist who invariably looked to the future, advocating for not only peace, but also an enlightened future enriched by science and technology, Peres was often criticized by his many critics for naivete. To his supporters, he seemed like a man ahead of his time. He spoke in soaring terms about a new Middle East that would see strong economic and political ties between Israel and its neighbors. It was an inspiring vision of the Middle East that so many would like to see, but it remains elusive. After the Second Intifada, the spread of chaos and war throughout much of the region, and the rise of ISIS, Peres' vision seems implausible, and it's hard to see evidence of it coming to fruition anytime soon. But then one should recall that in 1897, a man named Herzl predicted implausibly that a Jewish state would be created within 50 years. Exactly 50 years later, the UN voted to create that state. In the words of Peres' mentor, David Ben-Gurion, in Israel, to be a realist, you must believe in miracles. Like Ben-Gurion, Shimon Peres was, for close to a century, a realist who believed in miracles.